If you ever visit the tomb of the unknown soldier, you'll hear that warning constantly. And there's a very good reason for it, because the soldiers guarding this tomb are considered some of the most disciplined ceremonial guards in the entire world. But despite the quiet ceremonies, perfect uniforms, and slow marching, most tourists have no idea how serious these guards actually are. Everything about them is surrounded by strict rules. From how they walk, to where they sleep, to what happens if someone disrespects the tomb. And trust me, you do not want to test them. The tomb of the unknown soldier has been protected for nearly a century. At first, civilian guards watched over the site to stop people from treating the area like a public park. But eventually, the military took over completely, and since the late 1930s the tomb has remained guarded every hour of every day. No matter what happens, storms, earthquakes, national emergencies, the guards continue their patrol no matter the conditions. Which already tells you something about the level of discipline required for this role. But who exactly are these soldiers guarding? The answer goes back to war. In many battles throughout history, some fallen soldiers could never be identified. Sometimes the conditions were too dangerous. Sometimes too much time had passed before the remains were discovered, and long before modern DNA technology existed, many soldiers were buried simply as unknown. The tomb was created to honor those soldiers, which is exactly why the guards treat the site with such extreme seriousness. And yes, despite what some tourists believe, the guards are absolutely capable of using force if necessary. Over the years, their ceremonial weapons changed multiple times, from older World War rifles to modern military weapons. And while the rifles carried during ceremonies may look symbolic, many people believe the guards remain fully prepared for real threats at all times. Even the warning commands sound intimidating. If someone becomes disruptive, the guard can immediately stop the ceremony and issue a verbal warning. Usually that alone is enough. The second the crowd hears the guard shout, everything goes silent. Because suddenly, people remember these aren't performers, they're soldiers. Visitors are expected to remain respectful during the entire ceremony. No shouting, no joking, no crossing barriers. And if someone ignores the warnings, security can step in immediately. That's why videos involving disrespectful tourists spread so quickly online. People are shocked by how fast the atmosphere changes. 1 second, everyone is recording videos and laughing. The next, the entire crowd becomes completely silent. But the rules don't stop there. Even becoming a tomb guard is incredibly difficult. Only a small number of volunteers are accepted into training, and many don't make it through. The training process can last months and includes strict tests involving ceremonies, uniforms, discipline, and memorization. Some trainees are even required to memorize pages of detailed information without making a single mistake. One failure can end the process completely. That's part of the reason these guards are respected so heavily. Everything they do is based on precision. Even the famous marching routine follows exact numbers and timing. Every movement, every pause, every turn, done the exact same way every single time. And maybe that's why tourists underestimate them. The guards remain so calm, so controlled, so emotionless, that people start believing they won't react. Until they do. And the moment that happens, the entire crowd suddenly realizes the truth. Behind the uniforms, the ceremonies, and the silence are some of the most disciplined soldiers in the military. And that's exactly why nobody should ever mess with them.